Good morning, everybody. It is 10:45, very nearly, not quite. I've still got the watch on the Oyster original bracelet. I haven't really been awake that long, to be honest. Like just on and off for a few, maybe half an hour, but really I've just been having my eyes closed. Let me, I just want to show you another good thing about the mid. This little tripod-y thing is kind of okay, but it's not ideal, but it's light. So I'm just putting a tiny bit of Cuban down, because it has rained. Now, you can't really tell until but the door's open, yeah? Here. Now, this door has been open all night, and it's been raining all night. Not heavy rain, but consistent rain. It's now, nearly 11 o'clock in the morning, and I think it started around about 10 o'clock last night. So for 12 hours, it's been on and off, consistent rain. I slept so. My point is that I had the window, or the door window, I had the door open all night, as you can see here. And let's have a look. There's no drops of rain on the sun cream there, which is, just inside the door. There's no drops of rain on those water bottles. There's no drops of rain on the stove. Is there anything on that side? I can't see. You can tell me. I will say that somehow one shoe did end up somehow out there. Lassie must have nudged it. She likes licking everything. But even my shoes, it's quite mild, so my shoes have dried off. The point that I'm trying to make is that with the mid and the door open, okay, there are times with some rain, maybe if it's coming straight down or it's exceptionally heavy, or maybe if the wind isn't coming from directly behind you, because I think the wind is pretty much a northerly wind or a northeast wind, which is pretty much behind. There are times when or if it's very, very windy and you need extra firmness in your erection here, then you do need to do the door up. But I have to say, and I have noticed with the Super Mid, unless again it's for firmness in that erection, because if it's very, very windy, the whole thing will shake. And I do find with the Super Mid, particularly if it's windy, better to do the door up, because that just keeps everything more rigid. Because the Duomid is a little bit small, I think for the first time it's actually stopped. I know, still a couple of drops. It's supposed to stop around about 11, and then the sun should be out this afternoon. Yeah, so with the Super Mid, you if it is quite windy, you do need to do the Super Mid up, because it just holds the whole thing, a little bit firmer in the wind. The Duomid, I have to say, I've probably not had the Duomid in such heavy wind as I've had the Super Mid. I tend to bring the Super Mid out more in the winter, and you're more likely to get wind in the winter, generally speaking. I tend to save the Duomid for the occasional use or summer. It's just kind of worked out that I've used it twice this year. I don't normally use it quite so much. I prefer my tarps, but it's just kind of worked out that way. The point is, I've had the door open the whole time with wind, with rain, and not one drop of rain has come in this open area here. So I've been able to leave the door open, which you would not have been able to have done with the Scarp 2. I am very, very sure I'd have had to have done the door up. And all of my stuff in this area here, clearly, you know, if I'd have been in the Scarp 2 and I want my feet sticking out like I am here, you know, my feet are outside, and, you know, there's little to no chance that I'm going to get wet feet here. Whereas in the Scarp 2, clearly my feet would get, you know, wet. We know that from experience with the last time I used it. Yes, the Scarp 2 is a very, very good tent. You know, for its price, probably the best tent there is for its price, and a light one as well. But it's still not an MLD mid. It's yeah. Again, these weather conditions, they just, you know, go to show how much better these types of shelter are. Hello, scamp. All right, go back. Okay, well, like I said, I've not been awake for very long. The weather's supposed to improve now. We're supposed to get some sunshine. Okay, well, one other thing that I've discovered, I don't know if other people use power packs and stay out for 3 nights. But these Road Go thingamybobs, they don't seem to charge up properly out here. They get some charge from the power pack, but not a full charge. It's showing the transmitter, let's get the terminology correct, is showing as 3/4 of power, and the receiver, which is this one here, also 3/4 of power. And effectively I've been trying to charge them both up all night and on and off today. So I don't know whether other people have fun trying to charge up their wireless Go road things when they're out and about, and that might explain maybe why the other month the power ran out quickly, because there was me thinking I've been charging them and they weren't getting a full charge. Well, maybe they hadn't received a full charge. I can't say for sure, because at that point I wasn't thinking to check. I was assuming that they would. I was assuming that they were getting a full charge, but maybe they weren't. Now, on different news, my watch, that's this one here. Of course, I will say that the night before, so obviously Tuesday night, unfortunately, I didn't think to go through the doings with you, but I had a long sleep, but it was a light sleep. The REM was quite low, the deep sleep was quite low. I actually thought that I slept really well. The Tuesday night is Thursday now, so I thought I slept very well Tuesday night. I think I went to bed at about, or fell asleep about 11:30 and woke up probably about I don't know, 10 or 12 hours later. I did have a cup of tea about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was a bit chilly, as I said, and I thought I had a good night's sleep. Unfortunately, my watch said it was a long sleep, but a light sleep, and therefore not very refreshing. So that little mini tripod thing, it's not ideal. So I thought, my watch must surely be happier last night. It says long but restless sleep, which sounds about right, to be honest. I felt like I didn't really fall asleep last night so much like I sometimes do. It says quality good, but it says you did not sleep calmly. Your body may feel sluggish today. So once again, I'm getting told off by my watch. Deep sleep 43 minutes, light sleep 6 hours. I think it's the breeze catching it because there's a little breeze in the air. REM was 1 hour last night rather than 45 minutes the night before. And awake an hour and a half. It says I fell asleep at 1 o'clock in the morning, which again is probably about right because I think I put my light out, well, not that the light was on, at about 11:30 or 12 or something like that. And it did take a while to fall asleep. And then there's a mixture of mostly light sleep. There's an awake period in the middle. So I think when I woke up, I had a cup of tea at 2 o'clock or something silly. It keeps falling over. The plan of trying to get some more sleep out here is, well, it's more relaxing out here anyway. I'm going to carry on watching Clarkson's Farm Shop. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, so funny. Even not ecologist, that's money. Even the environmentalist shut up a bit with what he's doing now, planting trees and things. Okay, well, you catch me just down from camp. Camp is just up there away, and Lassie is being very, very helpful in churning up the water, luckily where it's okay. And I've got the tripod out and a teeny weeny Explorer 2 down there. I better go and grab my watch super quick before Lassie decides to come up this way and shake the water and I lose my watch. Hobbsy loses Rolex watch in the drink due to water dog. Don't forget, my watch channel is elsewhere now. Watch videos, different channel. So I basically came down here because I need to get some water, and whilst I'm doing you know, different content for camping, I thought I'd try and use the opportunity to get some slow motion footage of my watch. Just bought the one. One interesting comment on this channel, someone, was it Michael Sargent or someone? Can't quite remember your name. Thank God the watches have gone from the channel. Probably not quite aware, I just mention them every now and again. Lassie, come back here. I don't want Lassie playing in the water there, because that's where I'm taking the water from, there. All right, so let's get this angle a bit better there. Okay, so I'm going to grab my water and then decide what to do next. Well, good evening. Hopefully you can see Lassie tucking into her food. I've put the white lead on now. The time is 7:40. I can see you looking at the comments on my video saying that Rolex is no longer on this channel. There's a few pleased people out there, so I won't mention Rolex on this channel too often. I've put pasta on. Oh, hopefully I get a better night's sleep tonight. Although, like I said, I felt comfortable last night. It's my last night here tonight. I'll try and get back out again quickly, briefly at the end of the month, if at all possible. I always end up cutting a few things fine. Sweet biscuits. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sweet biscuits. Oh, bloody heck. Oh dear me. 6 sweet biscuits, 2 of which I probably have tonight. I'll probably have 1 if I wake up in the night, that's 3, and then that leaves 3 for in camp tomorrow, which should just be enough because I've got 3 in the rucksack for the walk back to the car, and I probably won't need those 3, so I can always eat 1 or 2 of those here if necessary during the day tomorrow. Power, that's also going down. Now, strangely, I put an extra power pack in, so I've now got more power than the national grid, and I'm still getting through it at a prodigious rate. My big power pack, this one here, is flashing, so that means it's on about 10%. Well, it's 12.5%, but it's probably only got 10% or less in it, and that is now, oh, this Lassie's standing on everything. Nice view of her derriere. That's putting a little bit of power into the phone. Phone's on 67%. Whether there is enough power in there, I'm not sure. To get it to 100%, we will see. So effectively, I've used 20,000 milliamps from this one. I've used the 13,000 amp. I've used one of the 10,000 milliamps. Theoretically, normally I would have left 1 10,000 milliamp power packs. This time, because I was doing some night, actually I didn't do night, I must try and do a night lapse sometime, because I did another time lapse last night. Oh, bloody hell. Because I was planning on doing a time lapse. So I've done 1 time lapse, and that might very well be it for this trip. I did bring 1 more 10,000 milliamp power packs, which I hooked up to the GoPro last night, and that powered the GoPro for 3 hours of time lapse, and still has at least 75% of its power left. So I've effectively still got 2 lots of 10,000 milliamps left. So hopefully that will be enough. This power pack just died. Quite literally, as we were talking, the flashy light went out. and that has charged the phone up to 69%. Can't beat a good 69. I should be so lucky. Where was I? Distracted myself as usual. Yeah, so effectively I've got two power packs, two small power packs left. Around about 10,000 milliamps each, and that should be enough